Hello guys, welcome to this course on Cloudera data platform. My name is Sijesh, and this video we will see how to install and configure Cloudera Manager using local repo. And here we are using Cloudera Manager installer, which is a POC or trial kind of installation. For production installation we are using in a different approach. And in previous video we have configured or a local repository and did all the prerequisites. So after that we need to do a reboot. So once the system is rebooted, we will configure a repo file. So for that, go to the directory /etc yum.repos.d, and here I'm going to create a new file called cloudera-manager.repo. And here in the square bracket I'm just writing the name as Cloudera Manager, and in the next line name, so this is the name of my repository, it's a Cloudera Manager 7.1.3. okay, and base URL. So base URL is the URL where we hosted our Cloudera repository. So this is the base URL, and add that here. Then GPG key. So what is the GPG key? So you can choose the GPG key from here. So copy link address, that is the RPM GPG key, and we need to enable this GPG check by using GPG check equal to 1. If you use this GPG check equal to 0, that means that will disable and no need to use this option. Again we are using the public IP address here, so that is not needed. Again there is a chance like if you are not opted for static IP, so after reboot your IP address may change. So for that we will just get the host name. Okay, so we can use this host name instead of this public IP address. Add it here, and instead of this IP add the name here. Okay, so now we added a repository Cloudera Manager. The name is this one, and the base URL is the URL where we hosted, and this is our master machine itself, and GPG key, and enable GPG check by you turning it on. Save it. Then once we have saved, we can do the command yum clean all, then yum make cache, recreate the cache using this make cache command. Okay, so this will take slightly some time. You have to wait until this is completed. So once that is done, you can just use yum repo list command. So this will list the repository. So you can see the Cloudera Manager also listed here. Okay, so we should list this one. So we have properly added, that means we have properly added. And if you are getting any error during this repo list or make cache command, so you just need to check that repo file. If anything wrong with that, so you need to edit and modify that. So next step, we can download this installer bin. So you can go to this URL and copy link address and then download it here. Use wget command to download. If you don't have wget command, you can download or install it, or else the next option is download this file somewhere in your Windows machine and transfer this file to here. So I'm directly downloading here, and you can see the file here. Add execute permission using chmod +x, this one. And for installation you can refer this documentation, official documentation. I will add the link in the description. And there are two options. So first is the execute permission, just execute. So this will update the repository and will be using internet based repository. If you don't want that, so you want to use your own repository, you can use this -skip repo package. I'm using this one since I already have my local repository for Cloudera Manager. So after adding the execute permission, I'm just copying and pasting. I'm not doing this sudo one. The reason is I'm already into the root user. Otherwise, if you are in a sudo enabled user, you should have to copy this entire line. Okay. So skip repo package. So what it will do, it will not update the repository in etc m.repos.d. So it will use the existing repo file that we created. And if you are okay to use the internet and directly use the internet based repository, you just need this part alone. So I'm executing this one. So you can see the readme message, the license agreement. This is all looks like our previous Cloudera Manager installation. And you can see this is installing OpenJDK this time. So earlier releases were using Oracle JDK. Just we can duplicate this terminal and so we can go to this directory, switch to root user. Okay, so we can go to this directory var log Cloudera installer. So you can see this is done, this is done, and this is in progress. If you just use tail of on this one, you can see the status. So back to here. So this is still installing Cloudera Manager. So it has to do the Cloudera Manager server, it has to do the Cloudera Manager DB, and then configure all those things, and then finally setup will finish. So it takes some time because the Cloudera Manager is somewhat huge in size, so you have to wait here. Also you can see the status. So this is getting updated, around 1.6 gig has to download and install. So we will wait here until this is getting completed. So now you can see it's installing or configuring this embedded database. So by default it use PostgreSDB, and all the database and user configuration is done by this installation wizard. And finally you can see a message like this. So this means you have successfully installed, and it's saying like you can go to this URL and open 7180 to log into the Cloudera Manager with admin, and the password is admin. Just hit enter. Installation was successful. So that's it about the installation. And now we will see how to check the status of the service. You will see systemctl status Cloudera-scm-server. This is the Cloudera Manager server service. So systemctl status Cloudera SCM server. This should show always active and running, and -db. So this is the backend database that Cloudera is using, which is nothing but the Postgres. So we just need to use this option to check that. And the next thing what you can do is, if you have a telnet, if you don't have telnet, so I'm just using telnet to check. Okay, so what I can do here is just use telnet localhost 7180. This is not connecting. Maybe the reason is you have to wait some time to get the service up and running. So we can just check telnet localhost 7180. Right. So this is connecting. Normally you just give 1 or 2 minutes to start the service, it will take some time to start the service. You can see 7180 is able to connect, and we will come back to here just to get this IP address. What is the public IP address? I have go to the overview page and just hit here and colon 7180. So we won't be able to access this page. The reason is again firewall. We need to update this NSG. Go to the networking, hit this NSG one and inbound. So we just need to add a rule for 7180, the Cloudera Manager. Any and 7180 is the port, right? Cloudera Manager. That's it. So this will allow the traffic 7180 from outside. So we should be able to access the page from here. So maybe it's just adding. Refresh here. You can see 7180 is open. Similar to 80 and 22 port, we have opened 7180 port also. Just go back to here. To get the IP address, and this is correct, 7180, and it's allowed, and go to the master machine and get this IP address. Just use http://7180, right? Maybe this is using HTTPS, that is why, right? So this is the port. Okay, so what we will have to use here is just to get the public IP address, open a new tab, use http://this1:7180. We are able to log into the Cloudera Manager and use a credential as admin. Okay, so we should be able to log in here, right? So this is the page. It's saying like either trial installation or license based installation. So we will do the Cloudera based CDP installation in the next videos. Thank you for watching this video. We will see in the next video. Bye.